Hey guys, what's going on today? I'm just going to go over a quick tutorial on how to make moonshine. Um, this video is sponsored by the developer. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get up in here into our house here. I've already got everything set up. Um, so there's a few things that you're going to need. Mainly starting out, you're going to need dirt, the pot, and you're going to need corn and the grain seed. Um, when doing this, you're going to need a large stockpile. So we're going to go ahead and put the dirt in the pots. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and take our seeds and we're going to put our seeds in. So when growing your crops, it'll take a little bit of time. When they are ready, the red bar right here will turn green, and all you'll have to do is press E on them. Um, and this is the oxidation pool. This right here will be used for cooling down the barrels, and it needs a minimum of 4 barrels to work. Um, so even if you just make 1 barrel, it's not going to work. You need to have 4 barrels in here for it to work. Over here, we have everything else. This is the distillery. The top piece, which we'll take this and we'll put this on top of there. Okay, and that's sticking through there. So we'll go ahead and move this over here. You're also going to need the barrels. Like I said, it's always best to go ahead and do one at a time. Um, so we're going to go ahead. I've already gotten everything else. These 3 barrels I've already been done. So that way you guys don't have to sit through the process of me making them. I already have the 16 water. You're going to want to need to stockpile this stuff. You're going to need keep a large pile of water. You're going to need a lot of grain and a lot of corn because you need to make 4 barrels to be able to use the oxidation pool. So we're going to go ahead here and we're going to go ahead and drop a few of these grain in here. I'll put some corn in here and we'll put some water in here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start this up. A few things to note when doing this is you're gonna need to watch the cooldown. You're gonna want it to be about halfway to the top, but don't let it sit at the top for too long. It has to be between the halfway and the top, between that mark, for it to start fermenting. When it starts fermenting, you're also going to want to watch your water. You're going to have to watch your corn and your wheat because it will go down. I've seen a lot. It takes, 10 to 12 of each thing for 1 barrel. So I keep a large quantity of each, so that way I don't have to keep making them. I like to make the stuff first and then go in here. So as you can see, it's starting to ferment. Just remember, don't let it sit at the top for too long because this distillery will blow up. So we're going to go ahead, and if you hit cool down, you'll see that it lowers down. And while that's doing that, we're going to go ahead. We're going to drop some more in here. And let's go ahead and hit the cool down button again. Okay, so that stuff is done over there. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to cool it down. And we're going to run back over here real quick. You just press E on these and you've got your crops. But when the barrel is done, it'll pop up, it'll be red. And at that point in time, you're going to want to take your gravity gun out and you're going to want to take it and drop it into the oxidation pool. Also, if you try to, uh, when this is all filled up and stuff, if you try to load more into it, past the marker, it will no longer it will no longer take anything of that kind. So even if you run out, it'll still it'll the heating of it will still get higher and higher. So if you run out of water, you're gonna need to, it's best to stop it, put some more water in there. So here we have our finished barrel. We're gonna go ahead and take this and we're gonna put this into here. I'm gonna go ahead and open up my inventory, and I'm gonna go ahead and drop the other barrels that I had finished. I'll put those in there. Like I said before, you need at least 4 for it to work properly. Oh, wrong one. There we go. And this will be the last one. Okay. It normally takes about 10 seconds for the stuff to cool down. After it gets done cooling down, you could sell it. Go ahead and I'll open up my door here. I got 1 barrel done, so I'm going to go ahead and take this barrel and I'm going to go sell it. I've already got my guys placed. So this is the barrel bar. You're going to set him, this barrel right here, and then you're just going to press E on him, and there you have sold your barrel for 25 grand. So if you wanted to do bottles instead, there's an option for that too. You would need at least 10 bottles for 1 barrel. So I'm going to go ahead and set this here, and then I'm going to spawn me in a couple of bottles. Let's see here. I'm going to take a bottle and you press on there, so then it turns green, and then you put it on there. So you do the same thing. So we'll go and spawn in a couple, put it right there, and put it up on there. We'll do the same thing with this one. So there we have 3 bottles up there, and here you can click sell bottle. Okay, so then we just made 6 grand. Mainly used for if somebody wanted to walk up to this and be like, well, I wanted to consume these bottles. Another player can come up here and buy the bottles, and then they can consume them. For some reason, for me, I'm unable to consume them. It says that they're empty, even though they're not. So that is that. If you guys have any more questions, just send the developer a message on the Gmod store and he'll get right back with you. Alright, thank you guys.